Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very welcome. I trust you enjoyed my last video on Aussie bands that made it pretty big in the United States, Human Nature. And through this song, Every Time We Cry, we need to drop everything to actually go and be the person who needs us. So I trust you found that one encouraging. We're going from there to the UK in 1969. The story started with Rod Argent, who was with a band called the Zombies. Now, interestingly, the Zombies have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And it was around this time that the song Time of the Season was becoming a massive hit, that he kind of called the Zombies to an end. And he thought, I don't want to do something with a little bit more heavier rhythm and a weightier sound. But we do have a live version of Time of the Season, which was a worldwide hit for the Zombies and for Rod Argent. And we've got a live version from the induction of the Zombies into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So let's start right there. So heavier rhythms, weightier sound. So he just wanted something a bit stronger. So he got Russ Ballard. Now I'll talk a little bit about him too. He went on to have a solo career. One of his incredible songs in the 80s was Voices. I Hear Voices. And I really love Russ in many ways. He's just got a way about him. Lead vocals and guitar, Jim Rochford and Bob Henrich. And Argent, which is obviously Rod Argent, just decided to call the band Argent after him. Why not? It's a pretty good name, absolutely. So Argent was going to become a little bit more along the rock, pop, even progressive rock genre, because these guys are really good. Rod Argent is an incredible keyboard player, absolutely amazing. And when you got the caliber of people like Russ Ballard in there as well, you've got a pretty compelling act on your hands. And so it was in 1970 that Argent came out with their first album. It was the self-titled release. And this album, even though it didn't sell that well, it did win a lot of critical acclaim as a very significant album. Got a live track of Liar off that album, so it got a live clip of that one below. 1971, out came Ring of Hands, and 1972, out came All Together Now. Now, there's a really big song off this album, and that's Hold Your Head Up. Now, the first time I heard this song was with the Party Boys in Australia back in the 1980s, I think it was. But it was actually Argent that came out with this song first. We've got to clear a couple of clips below. We've got, and by the way, this song went to number 5 in both the US and the UK. So we've got a studio version of Argent doing this one. We've also got a live version from the Zombies just a little bit further, when the Zombies kind of did a bit of a reunion thingy. The Zombies did this song too. Hold your head up high. This is where we want to go today, and that is, hey, when life is hard, when life is a challenge, when life can be a bit of a trick, we've got to keep our dignity there, don't we? We've got to keep that something within us that just keeps us going, something within us that just keeps us hoping, something that keeps us getting up every day and doing what we need to do. Hold your head up. Hold your head up. In this day of mobile phones, we've talked about mobile phones a little bit in the past, we're looking down. We're looking down. We're not looking up. We're looking down. I remember I was walking in Adelaide a couple of years back, and I tend to not have my phone on me. I tend to look at it. I looked up, and there was this painter on the side of the building starting to paint a mural. Now, if I hadn't looked up, I wouldn't have seen it. I'm so glad I did. Absolutely. Another analogy from me personally, in recent times, I've, there's been some driver's license issues with me. Yellow lights changing on me at the wrong moment, not speeding, just yellow lights not staying on for the amount of time they do. And when I got my driving assessed, the instructor said to me, hey, you're going when the guy goes in front of you. You're not looking at the lights. Look at the lights and you'll be fine. And I'm really, really glad I did that. So I was able to look up and to see that, and it's been so much better since then. Now I'm not a crazy driver by any means. It's just wrong time, wrong moment. But we learn from our mistakes. And the great thing for me is actually around February 2025, I'll get my 12 points back, which will be pretty exciting. But hold your head up high, because you know what? It's a compelling thing when people hold their head up. It's a compelling thing when you see people rally and get through things. It really, really is. And I think the challenge of the song today is hold your head up. Hold your head up. Just hold it up. Be strong. Be brave. And know that you'll get through the stuff you need to get through. But we've got to have that inner strength within us to be able to do that. And to hold your head up high is sometimes what we need to do. So I trust that will be an encouragement for you today. Again, we've got 2 clips of a live studio version and a live version from the Zombies. In 1973, out came In Deep, and off this album, I didn't know these guys did this song either. God gave rock and roll to you. Make sure everybody knows about it. This song was massive in many ways. We've got a live version of those guys doing it. We've also got a couple of other live versions. We've got Kiss. Yes, Kiss did this one. And the iconic pioneers of Christian rock, Petra. Now, if you want to get blown away by an absolutely stunning performance of this song, look at the Petra clip, because you know what? These guys are an absolute powerhouse. In fact, I've already done Greg X-Falls, the lead singer. I've got John Larry coming up too as a keyboard player for these guys. And I think, there's just something quite compelling about God gave rock and roll to you. Make sure everybody knows about it. So I've got 3 clips of that one below. In 1974, the album Nexus, and at that point, Russ Ballard decided he wanted to go off and have a bit of a solo career. He actually had been with Argent for 5 years, so you know what, he well and truly contributed to this band. We've got 2 albums in 1975. We've got Circus and we've got Counterpoint, but it was pretty much after that point that Argent decided to call it quits. And good on you, Rod, for actually just in a 6-year period, really, they'd released 7 albums. So you know what, 7 studio albums, 4 live albums, 7 compilation albums. Now, obviously, they've gone past 1975 and 14 singles. Not sure how many albums they've sold. I know that they did have a couple of albums that sold over 1 million copies. So in the scheme of things, pretty significant. And I think we owe Argent, for those 2 songs in particular, Hold Your Head Up and God Gave Rock and Roll to You. I think it will go down in history as contributing to this collaborative legacy of this thing called music. With those 2 songs, plus a few other bits and pieces. And of course, we know Zombies got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so Rod Argent well and truly has contributed to music for sure. So the links to those 7 clips in the description below, and I've also included my last video from Human Nature just for something completely different. So if you want to recap on them, feel free. Well, if this is your first time to Life Reflections through Music, or you've come back for another one, how great to see everybody here. Well, next time we're going to get, as Human Nature was a bit of a boy band, a little bit more than that though, and then we had Argent who weren't, and then we got Boyzone, we're going next time, who were. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.